Okay, Keir, so we certainly learned our mistakes from the opening league game of the season. After going 3-1 up against Wantage, we only took a point on the away trip tonight. We bettered that, a 4-0 win, a comfortable win. Probably one of the best performances that the South Bank supporters have seen in a little while. You must be really pleased with that, a flawless performance.
Yeah, picked up where we left off from Saturday. Really ruthless performance from us. Clinical, really cared about keeping clean sheets, and the work ethic from everybody involved. The 11, the 2 subs that came on, you can't ask for much more, and you've seen that with the reception that that we got when we came off. So yeah, absolutely delighted. Wantage just come down from the Southern League, really good side. To take 4 points off them already this season is a really pleasing thing moving forward, knowing that we don't have to play them again now. So yeah, huge amount of positives to take from today's game, and one I thoroughly enjoyed, coming off 4-0 winners against a really top side. Yeah, can't fault any of the boys tonight. They gave absolutely everything.
As we touched on at the start of the season, we went 3-1 up the last time we played them. We were in a similar position tonight, going 3-0 up. Were you a little bit worried at all that they could get back into the game? They certainly threatened in the first half.
Yeah, they probably had 2 good chances in the first half when it was 0-0. Coops cleared one off the line and Rads pulled off a really big save. But other than that, I don't think they really threatened. So that was probably their 2 chances of the game. And if you watch your highlights, that I know that will be out in the next couple of days, you'll see chance after chance for us. It could have been 5, could have been 6, could have been 7, and that's not being harsh on Wantage. I just thought we were so good tonight, all over the pitch. My front 3, Callum and Dan and Higgs, worked so hard. Created loads, set traps, in worked hard in the press together as a 3, and that's where 2 of the goals come from. Midfield 3 covered so much ground. Smeds, Nath and Chrissy, really nice balance in there. Keatsy come in back into the back 4 after being left out Saturday. Clean sheet, magnificent. Coops got a goal at left back. Jenks got a goal from centre half, and Swanee was as steady in as he always is. He's been absolutely superb this season, and another clean sheet for Rads. Then we had obviously Bathy and Neeks come on off the bench, just gave us a different dimension. Then for the last 10 to 15 minutes, and both of them could have got in on the action and got a goal, but it wasn't to be. So yeah, the whole side today, I'm really proud of, and you could just see afterwards, everyone in there. It was just like a really big moment of realisation that what happens when, you just work as hard and care and have that desire, because the biggest thing between us and Wantage tonight was that we cared more and we wanted to win more. They're a really good footballing side, but it was at times men against boys. We bullied them all over the park tonight, physically better than them, and scored some really good goals. I know their gaffer would be disappointed with their performance tonight. It happens, but we were really good value tonight. And yeah, roll on now to Brislington in the Vaz on Saturday.
And new signing Nickel Plummer made his debut for the club tonight. What can supporters expect from him going forward, given how many quality attacking players we already have?
Yeah, so obviously Matty Morris has moved on now. So it felt like a good time to bring Nickel in. Matty was really loyal over his time at Corsham, never missed training, never missed a game, and unfortunately, it just didn't ever really take off for him at Corsham. But we thank him for his efforts. He's a really good lad, and I hope that he does well wherever he goes next. In regards to the future, what we've got now with Neeks, I took a chance on him at Melksham when I signed him from Brislington, and he was absolutely superb for me at Southern League level. You can see what he's done at Roman Glass since he's been there. I think he might have 8 and 8 in all competitions for them. He's come in tonight, come off the bench, and immediately you can see just his presence, his touch to bring other people into play, and he loves scoring goals. And I think what's happened is, with the signing of Neeks, it's raised the other forwards' games as well, because it keeps people on their toes. I can't remember a performance where Gary's been so good back to back. Fairford covered every blade of grass on the pitch, got a really good couple of goals, and then followed it up on the Tuesday at home to Wantage with probably a man of match performance from him. Was tracking fullbacks, hunting things down, pinning both centre halves, getting assists, goals. Yeah, he was absolutely superb. So I think, you know, with his signing of his calibre, Neeks, it can bring the best out of everyone. And also, we don't have to be so reliant now just on Gary. You know, we've got Callum and Dan who are still probably about a month away from their top match fitness, but you could just see tonight and Saturday like what they can bring. They look so sharp. Callum tonight, again, he had to come off after about 65, 70 minutes just because he just ran himself into the ground, and he hasn't really had too much of a pre-season. But his energy levels, his work rate, his desire is just so good, and the other boys feed off it. So, you know, with the options we've got now, going forward, Dan, Callum, Gary, Neeks, Bathy, Grovesy when he's back. Yeah, we're in really good stead. And if we keep everyone fit and firing, and, you know, look after boys when they need to have time out on the bench, or, you know, it gets rotated. Yeah, it could be a really good platform for us to build off of with those options. We can go in behind, we can go into feet, we can be really physical from set plays where we scored a couple from tonight. So yeah, it's an exciting time now. I think the Bradford game, I sort of had an idea where I wanted to change things, so I've gone out and done it, and it's obviously paid off in the last 2 games. You know, 3-0 at home to Fairford, clean sheet, followed up on the Tuesday against a really good Wantage side, 4-zip. And probably could have been 5, 6 or 7 on the night. So yeah, absolutely magnificent performance. One that, like you said, probably one of the most enjoyable that you can remember. I know I said to you about the Wootton Bassett game when we won 1-0. I think that eclipses that performance, and I'm sure everyone in the change room for us would agree, and the fans and supporters will go home really happy tonight. I think that last season, when we were dominating games, we didn't necessarily go on and win 3-0, 4-0. But now with the options that we've got, we're killing teams off, and there's no way back from them.
Man of the match tonight was Matt Jenkins. He's really made the position his own since coming back to Corsham. One of the most appeared players for Corsham in recent history. I think he's probably more important for the club now than he ever has been. How good was he tonight, and how important is he going to be for you going forward?
Yeah, and when I brought Jenks back to the football club, I was desperate to do it to get him because not only is his attitude and desire so good, but his character on and off the pitch is massive for us. In the dressing room, he's a proper leader, a proper bloke, and you can see every single time he steps on the pitch, he gives absolutely everything to ensure that he keeps a clean sheet at one end or get on the end of a set play at the other. He was absolutely superb tonight, but it's really tough, I know, to pick man of the match. So for me, as good as Jenks was tonight, I don't feel like giving a centre-half man of the match when you win 4-0 is probably justified. I'd probably pick between Callum, Higgs and Smeds. Smeds probably the best performance that he's had in a Corsham shirt now, and he's been a massive signing for us. He hasn't always started the first month of the season, but when he's come into a big game like tonight, I think that you just show what sort of player he can go on and be. I know he's got aspirations to go back to Chippenham and get into their first team, and with performances like that, there's no reason why he can't go and play higher. Again, Callum for 60 minutes was untouchable. Assist, goal, covered his fullback all the way back in to help out the defenders, ratted balls up front, got an assist, I think, as well for Jenks's goal. There was so many good things for Callum, and then, yeah, like I said, looked like Higgs had lost 10 years off him today. You know, like he's obviously had that suspension for 3 games. We obviously spiced things up a little bit with some signings and things over the last month or two to keep him on his toes as well and keep him honest. And you can just see the performance that we got out of him. out of the last two, and he's done those type of performances time and time again for me over the years, and I think that's just sort of given him a new lease of life, having new signings in and around him. So yeah, long may it continue. So for me, I know the question was my man of the match, but I could not honestly pick one to stand out tonight. There's so many honourable mentions for us all over the pitch. It's just the most perfect team performance.